Hello everybody and welcome to another video on the Pole Position YouTube channel. In this video we are going to be talking about Ferrari and where we sort of think their objectives are and where we think they're probably going to finish in the 2021 season. I know, we haven't even seen testing yet, but I thought with some news coming out about Ferrari, and obviously there is a test coming in this week, depending on when this video comes out, it may have already happened. But yeah, so there's a bit of news regarding Ferrari, so I thought I'd just do a bit of where I think their minimum objective will be for this season. And yeah, so really, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, in terms of the Ferrari news that has come out, there is talk that there is a Ferrari test happening in this week. Like I said, depending on when this video comes out, there has talk about Carlos Sainz, and he will have his first Ferrari run on this coming Wednesday. Like I said, I am filming this on the Sunday, so it's probably already happened by the time this video comes out, depending on when the orders will be. But yeah, they've announced, Ferrari have announced a blockbuster 5-day test at their Fiorano test track. They're driving a 2018 spec car. His teammate Charles Leclerc will be also driving it, as well as a few Ferrari young drivers, which include Mick Schumacher, who we all know will be driving for Haas in this coming season. So the 5-day test begins on Monday. Sainz is getting his chance on the 3rd day of the test, so he'll be driving on Wednesday. So we might have some more information in regards to that as well. And then obviously I think Charles Leclerc is on day 2, and they're all sort of driving the same car, and this is obviously a bit of running. This is the only running Sainz is going to get before the actual proper test of this season's car in Bahrain. So yeah, he'll be doing Wednesday. Leclerc will be doing a bit of Tuesday session. Monday I think actually kicks off with 3 Ferrari driver academy hopefuls: Giuliano Alesi, Marcus Armstrong, and Robert Schwartzman. The 2 actual former drivers there in that list will be driving a Ferrari for the very first time. So, exciting things that Ferrari are doing that for the young drivers as well, not just the 2 that are taking part in this season. Obviously, Giuliano Alesi is the son of Jean Alesi. So yeah, it's great to see that Ferrari are doing this and are sort of allowed to do this really as well, which is interesting. But yeah, in terms of, so that's obviously going to be happening during this coming week. Like I said, depending on when this video comes out, there may be updated information on maybe photos and how they did during that week. So if anything like that comes up, I will probably do another video on it as well. But yeah, in terms of other news, so that was the first bit of news, obviously about Ferrari and the drivers doing the test. But Mattia Binotto has also been coming out this week, sort of talking about where they feel like their minimum objectives are for this season. Obviously, like I said, they have changed drivers. We've all known that. We've known that for almost a year now, that Carlos Sainz would be joining Ferrari for this season. There's a picture of him, Binotto, and Leclerc during Christmas time, which is a bit of a funny photo. But yeah, that's the sort of lineup for this season. We know obviously Sebastian Vettel's gone to Aston Martin. Daniel Ricciardo took the place of Carlos Sainz from McLaren. But yeah, in terms of where their sort of objectives are for this season, Binotto's gone on to say this team has been capable of finishing 2nd in the past 5 years, except 1 3rd. So I think that 3rd is not fully impossible, and I think we should be that should at least be our minimum objective for next season. So they're aiming for 3rd place. Now, obviously, we've got Mercedes and Red Bull, who I think Red Bull with Perez and Verstappen should be even stronger, so I'm expecting that is probably going to be the 1st and 2nd lineup for this season. But then it's sort of just a who knows situation. I mean, depends on where Ferrari starts. They obviously had a dismal year really last season, I think we all know that. But we've got, like I said, Aston Martin for this season. We don't really know where they're going to be. Sebastian Vettel and Stroll for that season as well. And then they've got McLaren, who did finish the best of the rest out. Of others, we obviously had it finished Mercedes, Red Bull, and then McLaren. So yeah, McLaren really should be starting off the best team, which is obviously good news for me being a McLaren fan. They've obviously got a Mercedes engine in there this time round as well, and obviously they've got Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo, which is a very strong lineup as well for McLaren. So really they should be the ones starting. I personally feel like on the front foot from the best of the rest teams. But Binotto's obviously gone on to say as well, still I think that finishing third will not be an easy job. It will be difficult because of teams like Aston Martin, who I'm sure will be strong this year. We've also got McLaren, who I think will be strong again. They've got an upgrade on the power unit from Renault to Mercedes, so I think it'll be a difficult achievement, but I still believe that as a team like us, it is a minimum... I can't say that. It is a minimum objective we should try to achieve. It's been very difficult for all of us, myself included, from Binotto. It's the worst season we had since 1980. We finished 6th in the constructors, so it's been a very hard season. So yeah, they're obviously looking at. Obviously, they want to be as positive as they possibly can and aim as high as they can. And obviously, every team's going to do that. But I think, like I said, it sort of depends on where they start the season and maybe how testing goes, but I think we can never really take testing for granted, and we can't take testing as fact because, like I said in previous videos, some teams don't show us the true performance until the first actual race weekend of the season. So yeah, we may not know until where the actual potential pace for all the teams are, maybe a couple of race weekends in. But I think the sort of youthfulness, really, they're both still young drivers of Leclerc, and Sainz is only going to help trying to use as many parts as possible. So I think it is, I don't want to say it's a realistic achievement for Ferrari, because I think just finishing better than where they were last year, it is, sort of their main goal. I think, like I said, McLaren should probably start the season the best of the rest, and then it depends on, like I said, where Aston Martin are as well. But I think Ferrari can probably push the other two teams in McLaren and Aston Martin as far as they possibly can. I think it will be a close battle between the best of the rest. Alpine are in there as well with Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon. Like Fernando Alonso can get absolutely anything out of even the rubbish of car. We saw that with McLaren Honda. He's even pulled out the bag some of them performances with that car, and that car was terrible. So yeah, it's it is possible, and I think it is going to be, even if Mercedes or Red Bull say they run away with it in terms of first and second, I think the most interesting thing this year will be the best of the rest titles. So yeah, in terms of Ferrari's minimum objective, I don't think they'll finish third, but I think if obviously that's what they're aiming for, that's the most important thing for the Ferrari fans out there. But I think they'll probably finish maybe just ahead of Aston Martin, depending on what their pace is for this season. But if they're as fast as they were as Racing Point, then unless Ferrari bought a huge upgrade, then it might be McLaren, Aston Martin, and Ferrari in terms of the order next season. And like I said, I'm not even including Alpine in that mix either. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Look, as a fan, it's going to be interesting to see where they are in terms of the actual performances. And I think we've got a great mix of midfield teams for this up and coming season. But yeah, let me know if you're a Ferrari fan out there. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of obviously the pairing of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz for this coming season? And ultimately, where do you think you're going to finish? I personally think it's going to be McLaren, Aston Martin, then Ferrari, and then, like I said, I don't know where Alpine are going to finish, so that could be interesting as well. We obviously saw a couple of podiums for Renault last year, so they have a car that can actually push for them podium positions as well. So yeah, maybe include them in the mix. But yeah, if you're a Ferrari fan, let me know what you think. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. See you soon.